When I take delivery of a new car like the recent addition behind me, the Lamborghini Revuelto, there are two things I typically do immediately. First up, I drop the car for full expel paint protection, ceramic coating and tint, and just as importantly, I install a dash cam to track and record what's going on both while I'm driving the car and while it's parked. Now today, I'm installing, reviewing, and demonstrating the features of this Vantrue Element 1 Pro dash cam. This has a 4K Starvis 2 sensor, and along with an f1.8 lens and HDR, it allows for great daytime and nighttime image performance. So let's get started. We'll unbox this, take a look what's inside, get it installed in the Revuelto, and then go over all the features in the app and all the cool image stuff that this thing does. All right, let's see what we got in the box here. First open up, we got our QR code to scan for the app, which I already downloaded. We got our user manual, a share and win pamphlet, and then camera comes in a little baggie here. This camera has a built-in screen, which I actually like, because a lot of the dash cams, you just have to connect to your app to view anything or download it, and then you get a built-in screen so you can kind of look what's going on live and playback on the screen. Looks like all the power accessories in here. Let's see what we got. I believe this just plugs in via USB-C. So if your car's got built-in USB-C, you are good to go. So taking a closer look on this side, we have our SD card, which I have right here. 64 gig, got your power button. On the back, we got our LED screen. And on the other side, on the bottom, we got some buttons to navigate the menus. And on this side, we have another USB port. Now to mount it, it comes with this 3M tape right here. So we're gonna mount this to the windshield. And then it actually just slides on through this mount like this. So when you do that, you can actually remove the dash cam if you want and leave the mount installed. So you can kind of just pull this out if you don't want to leave it in the car, and then easy to drop back in. I mean, check out the size of this thing. It's literally the size of the key for the Lamborghini, just tiny and compact. The install was super easy. All I did is put the double stick mount right up there, then mounted the camera right below it. The USB cord comes right down here, and luckily underneath here in the Revuelto, there's a USB-C plug. So short power cord. You can also, it comes with a tool, you can run this kind of around down to the bottom if you wanted to hide this cord altogether. Now there are a few buttons I'll go over real quick. Up on the upper left here, if you press this button, it'll save the footage so it's not overwritten. If you hold it down for a long period of time, it will turn the unit on and off. Over here, the first button here, if you press that one, it'll start and stop the recording. And if you hold that down for a long press, it'll turn the screen on and off. The next button is for the microphone. Press it once and it'll turn the microphone on and off. And if you hold it down, it will enter the camera into parking mode. And the last button is for your menu options. You press that, it goes into the menus. And if you hold it down, that will turn the Wi-Fi on and off. So while there are some controls on the Vantrue E1 Pro right here, it's easier to use the app. You can also use voice commands like take a photo. Once you're connected via Wi-Fi, you'll do the app right here and hit connect, and it'll bring up the preview of what the screen shows. And you can have a lot of the functions in here. If you turn it sideways, you can see a large picture there. And then some of the settings here, you can browse the photos and videos and play them back. You can go to the settings. So if you go up here, it'll ask me to stop recording and go to the settings. And then here you can sync your phone time. You can change the resolution options right here. So we're at the 4K 30 frames, which is great. You can do image quality settings. It's got this plate pix technology, which enhances license plates when it recognizes them on the street. So it's better to, you know, recognize those license plates and makes them more clear so you can identify what car's there. But let's get to the business of seeing what kind of quality this takes. We're gonna take the Revuelto out for a drive during the day and see what it looks like in the 4K 30. And then when it gets a little darker, we're gonna see how the night performance is as well. So let's get moving. Now the E1 Pro also has built-in GPS, so it shows your speed overlaid on your recording. I believe you could turn that on and off as well if you didn't want to show how fast you're going in the Revuelto. And it also records where it is. So in the app, you can, if you have that feature enabled, possibly with the LTE, you can locate your parked car. So if you forgot where you parked it, this will be logged in and you can find out and track where the car's at. Okay, so here's some daytime footage of the 4K image we're showing here. And it's got a wide angle, 158 degrees, and you can see we got the date and time on the left. We got the model number. We can show that plate pix is enabled to be able to read license plates. I'll show you that, how well that works in nighttime on the next scene. And then on the screen we got our lat long, and then of course our mile an hour. So colors look great. The crispness of the picture is great, lots of detail. and it's pretty stable. The frame rate's really solid at 30 frames per second. All right, here's a good example of the extreme wide-angle views we have. This is a pretty large intersection with, I don't know, 4 lanes on each side intersecting, and you can see completely on the left the cars that are turning left, coming through the intersection. On the right side as well, you can see the cars turning right and going straight, and completely across onto my right, cars that are going to go forward here as we turn green and make this corner. So captures all the details of what you need for everyday driving situations. Here's another good example of going about 57 miles an hour, still able to read the plates as we pass by these cars. You can read the LED signs on some of these light box signs as well, and color and clarity looks really good coming down this street both ways. It also does a good job even picking up motorcycle plates. This is a kind of a much smaller plate that's located on this motorcycle here, and even these smaller plates from far away are legible with the plate picks. Okay, so next up we got some dusk footage. This is usually pretty difficult because we're shooting directly in the sun, but even here, shooting into the sun, you can still read license plates, even with cars driving by, and street signs, as you can see, come up here on the right side are totally legible, even when shooting directly into the sun. So dusk performance looks pretty good as well. As it starts to get even darker, you can get into the nighttime footage. You can see the signs are clearly legible. You can see the plate picks technology sharpen up this car's license plate on the left where it's still legible, and it's quite a few feet away, probably about 20 feet away. And I'll just let some more nighttime footage roll right here as we turn this corner down a pretty dark street. All right, so these streets are actually pretty dark, not a lot of lights, and immediately you can see, you can easily read the license plate of that car in front of me. And as we pull around to the left here, even though it's dark, you can still see plenty of sharpness. You can see the street names and so forth. And then as we pull up on this next scene into traffic, you can see that you can read license plates across the whole width. So pulling up here, not only can you read the license plate of the car directly in front, on the left and the right, you can read those plates too. Yeah, so really, really great image in the dark. That's a great thing to have with any dash cam. Another pretty cool thing is when you're playing it back on your phone, it actually shows a GPS map of where your car is at exactly every time, and the image overlaid on top of it. So if there's ever a question, if you were in an accident or something happened, and there was a question about where the location was, it's going to have exactly where you are within this app in this playback area right here, which is pretty cool. You can actually zoom in and out of the map by pressing this plus and minus button right here, or you can pause and resume playback and so forth. All right, so that's a wrap of my review of the Vantrue Element 1 Pro dash cam. This thing is super compact, built-in screen, super to use. The app is really easy to use as well. I will put a link down in the description for a special drag times discount if you want to pick one of these up. Thanks for watching.